I used to whisper all my prayers, scared they'd fade into the air. Held my voice like hidden gold, too afraid to be too bold. But a storm came through my chest and shook the quiet from my breath. And right there in the hardest hour, something woke up with real power. I didn't mean to shout his name, but pain turned a whisper into flame. My faith got loud, louder than the fear I found, louder than the hurt that pulled me down. When the dark came rolling round, my faith got loud, and heaven finally heard the sound. I've been broken, I've been small, barely standing, trying not to fall. But when the nights got rough and long, my weakest heart learned to be strong. I raised my voice through trembling hands, called out truths I couldn't stand. And something holy shook the ground when I refused to quiet down. Sometimes faith begins to shout when all the easy runs run out. My faith got loud, louder than the fear I found, louder than the hurt that pulled me down. When the dark came rolling around, my faith got loud, and heaven finally heard the sound. Maybe God was waiting long for me to sing instead of song. My faith got loud, louder than the pain aloud, louder than the storms that shook my ground. When I thought my hope had drowned, my faith got loud, and I'm still singing now.
I walk on roads that tore my feet, dragged my heart through bitter heat, tried to pray through broken nights, but the answers never came out right. Every time I reached for grace, I found shadows in its place. And even when I tried to rise, my hope fell down a step behind. I ain't someone heaven claims fast, I've got too many ghosts in my past, but even bruised I still believe there's a place meant for me.
'Cause heaven don't come easy for me. I crawl instead of walking free. I'm stitched together by prayers I bleed, holding on with trembling knee. I ain't clean, but I'm trying to be, and heaven don't come easy for me.
Heaven don't come easy for me. I've been lost inside my own mistakes, learned redemption comes in waves. Had to face the things I hide, found God waiting on the other side. Every time I gave up hope, mercy pulled me by the throat. Not gentle, but it got me through. A little harsh, but still the truth. Faith ain't sweet like people say. Sometimes it hurts to kneel and pray, but something in me still agrees. Grace was built for men like me. 'Cause heaven don't come easy for me. I crawl instead of walking
me.
Oh, heaven don't come easy for me. Maybe the road that's rough and long builds a heart that learns what's strong. Maybe the cracks are where faith breathes, and broken men are what God needs. Heaven don't come easy for me.
Heaven don't come easy for me. Alas, from every fall I see. If grace is slow, then let it be. I'm walking toward eternity. I'm not perfect, but I won't flee. And heaven don't come easy for me.
Oh, heaven don't come easy for me. I took hits I didn't see coming, carried weight I couldn't name, stood in storms that left me shaking, fought my battles in the rain. Every night I felt abandoned, every prayer felt out of place, but the broken roads I walked on became the strength I couldn't face. I ain't made of easy living, I'm built from pain that kept on giving. God built me out of the hard days, out of every fall I had to face. He carved my courage from mistakes, turned all my wounds into a flame. Yeah, God built me out of the hard days, and I'm standing in the light they made. I've been down where hope gets quiet, where your breath feels short and thin. Thought my story ended early, turns out that's where it began. Every scar that tried to break me is the reason I'm still here, and the hurt that held me hostage became the voice that killed my fear. Strength ain't born in gentle places, it grows and bruises, time embraces. God built me out of the hard days, out of every fall I had to face. He carved my courage from mistakes, turned all my wounds into a flame. Yeah, God built me out, out of the hard days, and I'm standing in the light they made. Maybe the dark is how we grow, maybe the pain is how we know that even when we're torn apart, God ain't letting go our hearts. God built me out of the hard days, out of every cross I had to raise. He shaped my soul in roughest ways, till broken roads became my praise. Yeah, God built me out of the hard days, and I'm thankful for the man they made. I dropped to my knees in the cold red dirt, whispered words I hoped heaven heard, but the sky stayed still and the wind blew hard, till the hope in my hands fell apart. Everything I asked for drifted away, like the breath of a man with nothing to say, and the ground beneath me felt like home, 'cause broken voices speak alone. I thought faith was strong and pain, taught lessons prayers don't teach, and God was closer than I'd reach. That was a day my prayers turned to smoke, rising up from every word I spoke. I thought the silence meant he left me broke, but he was hiding in the hurt I couldn't hold. I didn't get the answer that I wrote, but I found truth in the day my prayers turned to smoke. I've been fighting shadows in my mind, trying to outrun the things I couldn't find. Every promise I made fell through the cracks, and every step forward pulled me back. But something in the smoke looked bright, a shape of mercy in the fading light. And I realized when I lost control, something holy reached my soul. Sometimes faith gets stripped to bone, till all that's left is what you want. And even when the answers choke, God can speak through rising smoke. There was a day my prayers turned to smoke, rising up from every word I spoke. I thought the silence meant he left me broke, but he was hiding in the hurt I couldn't hold. I didn't get the answer that I wrote, but I found truth in the day my prayers turned to smoke. Maybe heaven waits for us to break, so we know what mercy's supposed to take. Maybe strength begins where faith runs dry, and smoke becomes a kind of sign. There was a day my prayers turned to smoke, but the fire underneath began to grow. I rose up slower from the heaviness I told, but found a light I didn't know I'd hold. And even through the pain I couldn't cloak, I found God in the day my prayers turned to smoke. Prayers turned to smoke. Carried her like heavy chains, dragged my past through fire and rain. I've seen nights that stole my breath, stared down fear and tasted death. But every round I thought I lost became the strength I needed most. And now I rise with steady hands, built from storms I didn't plan. I ain't perfect, but I'm here, and stronger than my darkest year. I'm better than the battles I survived, stronger than the pain that tried to take the fire in my eyes. Every scar I got is proof I'm alive. Yeah, I'm better than the battles I survived. I'm walking forward with my head held high. I've been broken, I've been bruised, I've been humbled, I've been used. But even in my weakest place, I found a stubborn kind of grace. Now I'm rising with a steady spark, holding light
know where strength is born. It's in the places you felt torn. I'm better than the battles I survived, stronger than the pain that tried to take the fire in my eyes. Every scar I got is proof I'm alive. Yeah, I'm better than the battles I survived. I'm walking forward with my head held high. I didn't rise up clean or fast, but I ran my shadow at last. I'm better than the battles I survived, better than the tears I cried. What was meant to break my life built a fire they can't deny. Yeah, I'm better than the battles I survived, and I thank God for the fight. I was walking with a heavy heart, dragging wounds that tore me apart. Held my breath through broken days, trying hard to find my place. Every step felt like a chain, every road looked just the same, till the weight I carried shattered and the pieces didn't matter. I didn't rise up clean or proud, but something in me shouted loud. I found my freedom in the fire, in the days I tried to take my fight. Found my freedom in the wire, where my hope was holding tight. Yeah, I found my freedom in the struggle, in the tears I couldn't hide. And I found my freedom when I stopped running from my own life. I've been haunted by my choices, drowned out by 1,000 voices. Try to hide my fear with grace, but it showed up on my face. Then a whisper in the darkness told me, son, you're more than this. So I stood up from the hurting and walked out with purpose burning. Freedom don't come quick or smooth, it comes from pain you learn to move. I found my freedom in the fire, in the days I tried to take my fight. Found my freedom in the wire, where my hope was holding tight. Yeah, I found my freedom in the struggle, in the tears I couldn't hide. And I found my freedom when I stopped running from my in the scars that taught me right. Found my freedom leaning higher when I couldn't win the fight. Yeah, I found my freedom through the hurting, through the battles, through the night. And I ain't losing it again, 'cause I earned my freedom right.
I've been pushed down by the shadows, held my breath in hurricane nights, lost my voice in quiet battles, prayed for strength of trembling light. Every step fell heavy, hopeless, every tear a wasted try. Till something deep inside me started screaming, I ain't gonna die. I found a fire I didn't know, burning underneath my low. So I got louder than the pain, stronger than the fear that stayed, rose above the hurt they made, with a voice they couldn't break. Yeah, I got louder than the pain, and heaven heard me when I sang. I've been dragged down by my failures, left for lost by my own doubt. But every crack inside my spirit let a little glory out. Now the heart they said was fading beats like thunder through the rain. I ain't silent when I'm hurting, I get louder than the pain. Hope don't whisper soft and small, it screams when you refuse to fall. So I got louder than the pain, stronger than the fear that stayed, rose above the hurt they made, with a voice they couldn't break. Yeah, I got louder than the pain, and heaven heard me when I sang. Maybe faith grows wild and rough, made from people tough enough to shout their truth in broken rain, till the light outshines the pain. I got louder than the pain, louder than the storms that came, lifted by the fire in my veins, found my freedom in the strain. Yeah, I got louder than the pain, and I'll never whisper hope again. I was running from the shadows, heart too heavy to be saved. Every prayer I whispered softly got lost somewhere along the way. I was holding on to nothing, falling fast without a sound, till the voice inside the ashes said, get up off the ground. I ain't perfect, never been, but grace found strength beneath my skin. 'Cause mercy pulled me out of the fire, lifted me higher, gave me back a wounded choir, singing through the night. Yeah, mercy pulled me out of the fire, from my lowest place. It wrapped me in a little grace, told me I'll be alright. I've been tangled in my failures, tried to drown them in the dark, but the flames that tried to burn me only softened up my heart. Every step I thought was wasted led me closer to the truth, that the broken and the battered are the ones God chooses to. Oh, I ain't holy, but I'm here, and hope sounds louder than my fear. 'Cause mercy pulled me out of the fire, lifted me higher, gave me back a wound
Maybe we fall so love begins. Maybe the fire don't end our song. Maybe it's where we learn we're strong.
Mercy pulled me out of the fire, lifted me higher, set my battered heart on fire, till it learned to shine. Yeah, mercy pulled me out of the fire, and every scar I've got is proof God never forgot. A broken soul I